Hello. Hello to you. How are you today? Thank you for joining me. I am in the Richmond Wellness private studio. And today I am here as a holistic personal trainer addressing these things to share with you 6 simple ways that you can relieve stress without taking a lot of time. Right? Because we can think, oh yeah, stress relief sounds like a 10-hour event or something like that, right? In our minds, we're like, I don't have time for this stuff. How can we do it? In the next 5 minutes, I am going to give you 6 simple ways that you can relieve the stress in your life without taking a whole lot of time, okay? So, afterwards, I'm gonna tell you how I personally can help. All right, so let's go. Number 1 is writing, journaling. Write out what is going on in your life that is stressing you out, okay? Many times you'll actually find solutions to the stressors or the barriers, whatever you're encountering, the challenges, the crappy stuff that you're facing by writing it out. It's a meditative act. I've experienced this time and again. I've had clients that have experienced this time and again. Develop just a thought pattern of saying, let me go write this out. It can be electronic, it can be written. A lot of people advocate for writing it out versus typing it out. I'm a fan of either. I'm just a fan of getting it out, okay? Do what works for you to start, all right? So that's number 1. Number 1 is write. Number 2 is do something that you enjoy. Okay, if you can think with me for a second, when's the last time that you did something just for pure enjoyment? It wasn't an obligation, it wasn't something that you needed to do, anything like that. Like, when was something that you did just for pure enjoyment? Do you have a hobby? Have you identified one? Is there something that you enjoy that alleviates the mental pressures of your day and just feels really good to do? Okay? If you don't have one of those, find one. It's immensely beneficial. And it's something that could take like an hour a week. Something to look forward to on Friday nights. Do like a paint night or something like that with some girlfriends or some guy friends. You know, what's something that appeals to you? Maybe it's going to the shooting range. I support that. So there is a plethora of ideas out there, and I'd love to discuss it with you if you are hung up on brainstorming. But that would be a good place to start. So number 2, do something that you enjoy. Number 3, meditation. Okay, so this doesn't have to be super complicated. It doesn't need to be this crazy weird practice that's uncomfortable to sit in and all that kind of stuff. Like, I have meditated before on my couch, just like laying back and saying, okay, I'm just gonna lay here. I meditate before bed and I'm laying flat, you know, and that's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be any sort of way. It's just focusing on your breath and coming back to yourself and saying, okay, everything is all right. Focusing on your breath can be immensely calming, and it really draws you into the present. And when you realize, okay, in the least, I have breath, I have air in my lungs to breathe, everything else can possibly be okay, right? So if you haven't tried it, I'd recommend that you give it a shot. There are lots of guided meditations on YouTube. I'm gonna have a resource section at some point in the near future that you can access, but there's guided meditations, or just like put on some soothing music and just try and clear your mind. And any thoughts that come, just kind of wish them well and say, okay, I'm gonna let that go. Come back to my breath and your soothing music, okay? So number 3 is meditation. Number 4, exercise. Okay, so this can look any number of ways, okay? It can be like this intense HIIT workout and it gets the stress and the energy out, or it can be a brisk walk outside. It doesn't have to look any type of way. It's just what's gonna work for you and your personality and your fitness level and those kinds of things. Okay, what's something that you can focus on other than the stressors of life? You can go and like physically express yourself and get the energy out, right? And relieve that tension that's within you. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, you'll feel better after moving when you have this pent up, frustrated energy. Okay, so number 4 is exercise. Number 5, relaxation techniques. So this can be anything from, like we were talking about before with meditation, and it can also go into a concept that is called progressive muscle relaxation. So you're kind of in a meditative state, and let's say you're laying flat on your bed, it's time for sleep, or maybe it's not. Maybe you're just like, I have had a really stressful day, I'm gonna go lay down for a few minutes. You can lay there and focus on each muscle group and tell it with your brain, make a mind-body connection to relax. So kind of focus on it and tell it to relax. And you can melt into your bed and it feels amazing. I do it whenever I can't sleep or I can't fall asleep, because a lot of times like I'll get a second wind if I stay up after a certain time. So in order for me to fall asleep, I have to tell my muscles, okay, relax, everybody, we're done with the day, we're not doing anything else, chill out, let's go to sleep, that kind of a thing. So number 5 is relaxation techniques. And if you get a chance, research progressive muscle relaxation, because it really is powerful. And number 6 is activities that can be restful. So this is like anything from getting a massage to maybe taking a therapeutic bath with some Epsom salt or a bubble bath, something like that. Even down to listening to music that soothes you. Like, what are the things that can relax you? Okay, maybe it's just focusing on relaxing while you're eating dinner, saying, this is the end of the day and I am not stressing any longer. I am focusing on my self-care, I'm taking care of me, I'm nourishing myself well. This is my relaxation. So those are really good things to do. Massages are fantastic. Flotation therapy is really, really good. Drawing, coloring, like there is a host of things out there that you can do that are very relieving and therapeutic. Finally, if you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, but I have no idea where to start. Like, that's great, Aubrey, but I'm a stress ball. I understand that. Trust me, I have habitually been a high-strung person. I'm high energy, so I have that tendency to be high-strung. So I understand if you're there, and I don't judge you for it. Or maybe you're thinking like, yeah, that's great, but I don't have time in my schedule for that. What I would like to invite you to do is to reach out to me, because I have one of my strong suits is being resourceful and analyzing what your lifestyle habits are and saying, okay, how can we build something in? Something very simple, something that's not going to take a lot of time, but something that's going to be highly impactful to your entire well-being and your performance in life, right? If you want to do better at work or at school or, with family, with friends, if you want to be more present, if you want to make a higher focus on your health and your fitness and your wellness this year. Like, these are things like I can definitely help you with. Please feel free to reach out to me. I am definitely open to having a conversation about it. If it makes sense, I'd love to have a coaching relationship with you. And if not, like, maybe you just need a question answered and you'll make a click and be like, aha, like, oh my God, I've got it. And that's great. I'm absolutely in support of that. So reach out to me. I'd love to help in any way that I can. I have a 12-week coaching program that I am promoting right now. So it consists of a couple of times within the Richmond Wellness Studio per week. And then we talk about everything else outside of that, be it nutrition habits, lifestyle habits, sleep habits, stress management habits, like all of the above. Like, how can I help you to meet your health and fitness and wellness goals this year? So I look forward to connecting with you, and I'll talk with you soon.